am sympathetic to some of the arguments of the people that ideologically are not on the same side of the aisle as me when they say the whole point of the initial lockdown was to flatten the curve and to prepare ourselves for this. It wasn't to shut down everything to protect every single human life to the end of this whole pandemic. I'm sympathetic to that argument. I think it has some merit because it certainly was the narrative at the beginning of this pandemic. We just need to flatten the curve. It wasn't take away the curve. And I am, from a practical standpoint, super concerned about where the state of Nevada is going to be in 2021 if we shut down again. Right. And I'm just not in favor of it based on what we've been seeing lately. And I'll just cite to Washoe County did an antibody test on general population. Very simple. They did a statistical analysis, very similar to like polling. And what they came up with is they believe that 3% of the people in Washoe County, in Reno area, Reno Sparks, contracted COVID, which is about 5 to 6 times higher than the actual numbers of reporting. And so if you assume that to be true, then the actual fatality rate on this thing is somewhere around like 0.2%. And that fatality rate is sort of equal to the general fatality rate when you wake up in the morning, right? There's a 0.2% chance you might die today from car accident or anything else. And so based on those numbers, I think that we need to mask up. We got to do the easy fucking things. We need to not go to sports, right? We need to not go to concerts. We need to not go to bars. But we gotta open up the rest of the stuff, man. We gotta move on and continue on and hopefully get one of these. Hopefully get a vaccine by the end of the year, and we got to go, because if we shut down again, this state is going to crumble.
I'm with you. The only reason I can't be sympathetic, Justin, because I'm with you on all of those arguments. And I actually, from the beginning, for those that listen to the show, was one of these people. Like, we don't have to shut down. We just have to do the right things. But we won't. And so when you say, like, you're sympathetic to the argument, I am. But it's the same fucking people. Like, the same people that are like, open. Yeah, but I don't want to socially distance and I don't want to wear a mask. Well, then fuck you. We have to, like, that's why I'm not sympathetic to that argument. Like, I am with you 100%. I'm actually with that side of the argument in a lot of ways. Like, hey, listen, we can't sacrifice everything for this, and we got to figure out how to move forward with our life and still balance all these things out. Like, I'm with all those. But that requires doing the little things, as you said. And the same people that won't do them are the same people that are out there screaming about not being open. Like, you can't have it both ways.
Well, why are we? Oh, sorry, Justin. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, no one side of the argument wants to be characterized by the extreme parts of that group, right? So, I mean, I don't think it's fair to say it's the same people who are the stupid asses who fight all this stuff are the ones who are saying, hey, the whole point was to flatten the curve. We flattened the curve, time to go. But they certainly use that argument to further their whatever their fucking no mask agenda is. I don't even know why that's an agenda, but whatever. They have co-opted that argument, which I think is a reasonable argument and discussion to have as part of their reason for not doing this. So I just say, I think there's a whole big bunch of people who are doing the right thing, who are wearing the mask, who do think we should open up.
But I want to point out, I'm saying specifically the same people that I know, that I see on Twitter, that will not wear a mask and complain about social distancing are the same ones that are trying to, put this argument out there. It's people locally that I know that I've seen do it. It's so ridiculous. Like, you can't do both.